Have you ever felt like ministry is constantly asking more from you than you actually have to give? Like, no matter how much you pour out, it's never quite enough. You love God, you love people, you're called to do this, but deep down, you're tired, maybe even stretched thin in your spirit, overwhelmed in your soul, exhausted in your body. Here's the truth that doesn't get talked about enough in ministry. You cannot live a healthy, thriving life without boundaries. And not just any boundaries, God-honoring boundaries that protect your calling, not hinder it. Today, I want to show you how creating boundaries is not selfish. It's one of the most spiritual things you can do. Hi, friend. I'm Susan Belisle. I'm a pastor's wife and a life coach, and I help pastors' wives and women in ministry move from overwhelm to a place of thriving in their spirit, soul, and body. If you've ever struggled with saying no, feeling guilty for resting, or carrying more than God asked you to carry, this message is for you. Today, we're going to talk about why boundaries matter in ministry, what happens when we don't have them, and how to create healthy, life-giving boundaries that allow you to thrive. Let's start here because this matters. Boundaries are not unspiritual. They are modeled throughout Scripture. Even Jesus had boundaries. He didn't heal everyone in every town. He didn't respond to every demand immediately. He often withdrew to pray. He stepped away from the crowds. Why? Because he understood something powerful. You cannot pour from a place you haven't protected. Boundaries are not about shutting people out. They are about stewarding what God has entrusted to you. Your time, your energy, your calling, your health. When you don't have boundaries, you start saying yes to things that God never asked you to say yes to. And slowly, your life begins to drift out of alignment. Let's talk honestly about what happens when boundaries are missing. Number one, your spirit becomes drained. You may still be serving, but you're no longer being filled. Your time with God becomes rushed or non-existent. You're pouring out spiritually without being poured into. And eventually, you feel disconnected from the very one who called you. Number two, your soul becomes overwhelmed. Your mind is constantly racing. Your emotions feel stretched. You're carrying other people's expectations, other people's needs, other people's opinions, and it's heavy. You may even feel resentment creeping in, not because you don't love people, but because you've taken on more than you were meant to carry. Number three, your body breaks down. Fatigue, burnout, chronic stress. Your body starts to signal what your boundaries have been ignoring. And here's the hard truth, friend. Ignoring your limits does not make you more spiritual. It makes you unhealthy. I don't know about you, but I have experienced this on more than one occasion. So here's what boundaries actually do. Healthy boundaries don't limit your ministry. They strengthen it. Here's how. Boundaries protect your spirit. That's number one. They create space for prayer, time in the Word, listening to God, instead of constantly reacting to people. You begin responding from a place of connection with God. Number two, boundaries bring peace to your soul. You stop living in constant pressure. You gain clarity on what is yours to carry and what is not. And that clarity brings freedom. And number three, Boundaries restore your body. You begin to honor rest. You listen to your physical needs. And instead of running on empty, you begin living from a place of renewal. Next, I want to share that practical boundaries, things that you can start today. Let's make this practical, friend. Here are a few boundaries you can begin implementing right away. Number 1, time boundaries. Not everything needs your immediate attention. You can set ministry hours, personal time, and you can honor them. You are allowed to not be available 24/7. Number 2, emotional boundaries. You can care deeply without caring everything. Remind yourself, I can support them, but I am not responsible for fixing everything. That's God's role, not yours. And number 3, spiritual boundaries. Protect your time with God like it matters, because it does. Don't give everyone else your best and leave God with what's. Number 4, physical boundaries. Rest is not a reward, it's a requirement. Sleep, eating well, moving your body. Your physical health is part of your spiritual stewardship. Lastly, let's talk about overcoming guilt. I don't know about you, but I've struggled with that a fair amount. Let's address the real struggle today, and that is guilt. You may feel like if I say no, I'm letting people down, or if I set boundaries, I'm not being loving. But here's the truth. Saying no to the wrong things allows you to say yes to the right things. And boundaries don't push people away. They create healthier relationships. If you've been living without boundaries, feeling stretched, overwhelmed, and exhausted, this is your invitation to shift. You don't have to keep living in survival mode. You can create a life and ministry where your spirit is strong, your soul is at peace, your body is cared for, and you are fully aligned with what God has called you to do. If this message resonated with you and you'd like some support, I'd love to connect with you during one-on-one coaching. You can learn more about that at my website, which is susanbelisle.com. Check the link below. Also, I want to invite you into my Empowered to Thrive course, where I help you build rhythms, boundaries, and a lifestyle that allows you to truly thrive in ministry and in life. You don't have to figure this out alone, friend. And if this encouraged you today, make sure to like, subscribe, and share this with another woman in ministry who needs it. Because thriving isn't just possible, it's your calling.